Hi guys, just did the video on black ink and I thought I'd pull out some colors and check those out. I've been talking about the Hero Arts chalk ink for a while that I've been using, and this is my favorite color so far. It's their Poppy. It's really nice, a very cute color. But I just wanted to kind of talk about chalk inks and kind of the difference. And I also have the Color Box Chestnut Roan and the Hero Arts Latte. So I thought it would be interesting to compare them. I honestly haven't even done it yet. So, and then I have some other ink pads, well, this isn't brown. Ooh, wrong one. Sorry. I have the Palette ink pad, and this is Burnt Umber. And then I have the Stampin' Up! This ink pad's forever old. And then the VersaFine Vintage Sepia. So we're just going to see what kind of comes of this. And I'm going to use this. Oh. I'm going to actually use the same stamp set that we used for the black inks. And we'll just see how it does, even compared to those, since there's some different ones. Okay, this is the palette. I should have used a different block for this. I have a different shaped one. I don't know why I'm using this one. This one's a really great one. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm stamping bad, but I'm so nervous I'm going to misspell something on here. It looks okay, and the lines are a little not really clean, but not awful. So that's the palette. Try the Stampin' Up! Ink pad, which is a dye ink. It does go dry really fast. I just got ink all over my finger. That's great. Let's hope. It's been forever since I've used this ink pad, honestly, so let's pray it. Okay, it's a little bit lighter than, and again, that could be because my ink pad is old. But it is okay. Again, not like perfect lines, but actually a little bit better, it looks like, than the palette. So there's that one. This is VersaFine, which I'm, again, a huge fan of. I also like how they stand up, but this one, I think you'll really be able to see how great it is when it comes to details, and that's why I picked this stamp set, since there's so many little different lines that cross. And it's my only complaint with this ink is the color. It's okay, it's just not my favorite. I would like it to be a little more like the, somewhere in between these two colors. But the details, the lines are just so crisp, and I love that part. And I think that usually when I need a brown that's not going to be like prominent, maybe it's an outline, I will use that one just because of the details that it picks up. All right, now this is the two chalk inks I really wanted to try out just to see. And I will say that both are like it's just totally different experience with chalk ink. They're so, they have so much ink. They're like juicy. One thing on first notice, and now I have stamped in this one quite a bit, but the color of this ink pad is just, it's not cute at all. I just hate the color on first glance. So, but it does stamp a little bit better, and I will show you. Okay. It still looks awful on the stamp, but hopefully it's gonna, ooh, I just picked that up. Do you see how juicy it is? I hate that word, I don't know why I keep saying it. So I'm gonna stamp this one, and this is the Hero Arts Latte. And you can see how the lines just are very far from perfect. And the first time I used it, I hated it. I was so mad. But I've kind of come to love it, and obviously this would not be a stamp that I would use for it unless I was going for this really soft look. And the last brown I wanted to try is the Color Box. And this is a very popular ink pad. And I'm so excited that I just got it from my friend Kelly. And you'll see how kind of inky it is. So let's just test these two chalk inks against each other in the detail here. This is really interesting. This did way better. Still a chalk ink. It's not going to be perfect like the VersaFine is. But honestly, in my opinion, the color and the detail is a lot better. That's just my opinion. So that's really interesting. I wasn't sure if it would do that well. I really had no idea. I'm in this with y'all, so. Okay. So, and I'll scan this too so you can see these different brown inks. And see maybe which one you like. Maybe you like some of these. The VersaFine and the Color Box are not too terribly different colors, actually. And I would love maybe if Color Box would do like a really chocolate ink. So I've got these two. I've got this Color Box in the yellow and the Hero Arts in the poppy. And I'm just going to stamp this, a stamp for the Love of Dots as well. It's the big dots, and just see how great the coverage is on these. I have not even used this yellow, so I hope I'm not shooting myself in the foot here. Woo! All right, look at that. I think it's gonna cover well. So I'm just gonna stamp that. And I'm a big fan of a lot of Color Box products. I love their pigment ink too. It just covers so well. I've actually gotten comments before about this red ink that I use, and it's theirs. Now you can see that there's some blotchiness, but I think actually once it dries that it's some that is going to come out. But we'll see. So I'm going to wipe this off really quickly, hopefully. It is, I will tell you with chalk ink, it's a little messier to clean because it is so, inky. And it does kind of stain your stamps, but I don't find that, I'm not that concerned about my stamps being stained, but I totally understand if you are, so you'll know up front. So I'm going to try this Hero Arts Pure Poppy, and I do want to say this too. I do like that the Color Box ink is raised up higher out of the pad. Now you'll see how like bubbly this is. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. When I first got this, I was like, what was going on? So just stamp that. And I think that'll dry much better. But you can kind of see how well those colors, two colors that are usually really light and kind of hard to see, stamp really well. And you can kind of see this is already starting to even out. And they both are fun colors. But so for kind of bigger images like this, I think the chalk ink works great. So that's just a little bit about the ink that I've been trying out lately. And I like having different kinds of ink around. It makes things fun, and you can get different looks from different things. So a while back, I used to have only one kind of ink. I started out with Stampin' Up! Ink, and that's all I had. And so when I started kind of going away from that, I think it's really fun to have a whole variety of, inks. Just like I think it's fun to have a whole variety of different stamps. I know I try not to just order from one company per se, so that all my cards get fit into this little genre. So hopefully that helps you with your ink, and maybe you'll try some of these, and if you do, I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, thanks, bye.